Good morning children and welcome back to your chemistry class. So today in this chapter of electrochemistry, we shall continue to understand the conductance in electrolytic solutions, right? So to understand the concept of conductance of electricity through electrolytic solutions, we first need to study few terms that are related to conductance of electricity, right? So the first term that we are going to discuss today is the Ohm's law. So what is the Ohm's law? Like like metallic conductors, the electrolytic solutions, they also obey Ohm's law. So the strength of the current, that is I, that flows through a conductor, it is always proportional to the potential difference, right, across the conductor. So we can say that the current which is passing through the conductor, it is directly proportional to the potential difference, and therefore we can write like V is equal to IR, where what is your R? R is called as the proportionality constant, where R can also be called as resistance of the conductor. Clear? So R is called as the proportionality constant called as resistance. Clear? Now what is the unit of this? Unit is ohm, which is expressed like this, right? Now let us further discuss what is R. Now R, as I told you, is resistance. How can we define resistance? This is called as resistance. How can we define resistance? It is defined as the hindrance that is produced by the conductor in the passage of current. Clear? Now every substance, it offers resistance or to the flow of electricity to a small or to a large extent, right? So we can say that this resistance completely depends upon what? The length, and it depends upon the length of the conductor, which is called as L, and it is also dependent upon the area of the cross section of the conductor, that is area of cross section of the conductor. Clear? So we can say that R is inversely proportional to 1 upon A. R is inversely proportional to 1 upon A, and it is directly proportional to the length, right? So we can say that R is equal to rho L upon A. So resistance is equal to rho L upon A. Rho is called as the specific resistance. Rho is what? It is called as the specific resistance, or also called as resistivity, right? Now further let us understand what is specific resistance or rho or resistivity. So this rho, it is defined as the resistance in ohms of a specimen of 1 centimeter in length and 1 centimeter square in cross section, right? So if L, as I told you, is the length and A is the area of cross section of the conductor, then resistance is always equal to rho into L upon A. So over here rho will be termed as a specific resistance. What is specific resistance? Once again, it is the resistance in ohms of a specimen of 1 centimeter in length and 1 centimeter square in the cross section, right? Now unit of this resistance, unit of resistance is ohms, centimeter. Unit of resistance is ohm, centimeter. Now next point, what is L upon A? The ratio of L upon A, this is also called as cell constant. What is it called as? Cell constant, which is written as G. Which is written as G. Clear? So the quantity, that is L upon A, is called as your cell constant. It is equal to the conductivity into resistance. This is equal to, we can say, which is equal to conductivity into resistance. Now we have come to a new word, that is conductivity. So now let us understand what do we mean by conductance. Firstly, what do we mean by conductance? It is expressed with the alphabet C, right? So the ease with which the current flows through a conductor, it is called as the conductance, right? So what did I say? The ease with which current flows through a conductor is known as its conductance, and it is always reciprocal to resistance. It is always reciprocal to resistance. Okay. The unit of your conductance is per ohm, right? Or it can also be written as Siemens, which is written as S, or it is also called as mho. Now let us talk about specific conductance, which is also called as conductivity, and it is expressed with a small k. In Greek it is called as kappa, right? So how can we define a specific conductance? So before explaining you or defining specific conductance, let me make you understand that the reverse of resistivity is your conductivity, right? Or your specific conductance. So we can say that kappa, it is inversely proportional to 1 upon rho. This is what I said. The inverse of resistivity is your conductivity or specific conductance. Clear? So now how can we define specific conductance? So it is the conductance of the solution which is taken in a cell whose electrodes are at unit distance from each other, and each has the area equal to 1 centimeter square. So it's the reciprocal of the resistivity, and it is called as conductivity also, right? And so we can say that kappa, which is specific conductance, is equal to C. What was your C? It is equal to the conductance. Clear? So this conductance of 1 centimeter cube of solution of an electrolyte, right? So this kappa will be equal to 1 upon rho. So how can we write it down? 1 upon R into L upon A, isn't it? So this is also one of the ways to write it down. Now what is the unit of it? Unit of specific conductance, it is per ohm per centimeter, or maybe per omega per centimeter, or its SI unit could be Siemens per centimeter, right? Now always remember, conductivity of a solution, it always decreases with dilution, right? Conductivity of a solution decreases with dilution. Clear? Now let us understand what is equivalent. This was specific conductance. Now we are talking about equivalent conductivity or equivalent conductance. And how is it written as? It is written like this. This is called as equivalent conductance or equivalent conductivity, right? So how can we define what is equivalent conductivity or equivalent conductance? It is defined as the conductance of a volume of a solution containing 1 gram of equivalent of dissolved substance, right, which is placed between two parallel electrodes of 1 centimeter apart and large enough to contain the whole solution between them. Clear? That is called as your equivalent conductivity. And the unit of equivalent conductivity is what? Per ohm centimeter square equivalent per ohm, right? Or it could be also written as Siemens centimeter square per equivalent, right? So this equivalent conductivity, it is the conducting power of all the ions that are furnished by how much? 1 gram equivalent of an electrolyte which is present in the definite volume of the solution between the two electrodes which are placed 1 centimeter apart. Clear? So this is called as your equivalent conductivity. So your equivalent conductivity is equal to specific conductivity into the volume in the centimeter cube of the solution, which contains 1 gram of the equivalent of the electrolyte, that is V. Right? Now let us understand the relationship between specific conductance and equivalent conductance. So here I have shown you the relationship between the equivalent conductance and the specific conductivity. Next we talk about molar conductance or molar conductivity. Molar conductance or molar conductivity. How is this expressed? This is written like this. Clear? So how can we define molar conductance? The conductance of a solution whose volume contains 1 mole of solute. Clear? Whose volume contains 1 mole of solute which is placed between the two parallel electrodes. How much apart? Separated by 1 centimeter apart and have sufficient area to hold the whole volume of the solution. That is called as your molar conductance or molar conductivity. Right? So molar conductivity is equal to 1000 upon the conductance into kappa. Right? Now let us understand what is the relationship between the equivalent conductivity and the molar conductivity. Right? So over here we can say that equivalent conductivity is equal to molar conductivity upon Z. What is Z? It is the number of the individual charges that are being carried out by the ions of the electrolyte. What is your Z? It is the number of individual charges that are being carried out by the ions of the electrolyte. So we can say that the molar conductivity upon the equivalent conductance is equal to what? Z, that is the number of individual charges that are being carried out by the ions of the electrolyte. So this will be equal to molar mass upon equivalent mass. So this is the formula that we obtain. That is the ratio of the molar conductance to equivalent conductance is equal to molar mass upon equivalent mass. Right? Now let us understand the unit. The unit of molar conductance is per ohm centimeter square per mole. Right? Or it could be per ohm centimeter square per mole. These are the two units of molar conductance. Right? Now what are the factors on which the conductance depends upon? The factors on which the conductance depend upon, they are: number one, the nature of the electrode, the nature of electrode, right? Second point, they also depend upon the concentration of the solution, and thirdly, they also depend upon the temperature. Clear? So these are certain factors on which the conductance depends upon. Now let us do some numericals based on them. So the first question goes like: the resistance of 0.5 N solution of an electrolyte in a conductivity cell was found to be 25 ohms. Clear? It says calculate, number one, the conductance. Calculate the specific conductivity and thirdly the equivalent conductivity, right, of the solution if the electrodes in the cell are 1.6 centimeters apart and have an area of 3.2 centimeter square, right? So what all is given in the question? We have been given the resistance, which is 25 ohms. Clear? We have been given the length, that is 1.6 centimeters apart, the electrodes. Then we have been given the area of cross section, which is 3.2 centimeters square, and the concentration of the solution 0.5 N, right? So now first let us find out conductance. Now what is conductance? Conductance is equal to 1 upon resistivity. So this is equal to 1 upon 25, right? Equal to 0.04 per ohm. Fine. Let's do the second one. Second one says what? Specific conductivity. So your specific conductivity, which is also called as kappa K. So this K is equal to what? C into L upon A, right? So what is your C? Conductance you have already calculated just now, 0.04 into what is the length given to us? 1.6 upon what is the area of cross section? 3.2. If you calculate all this, you get 0.02. What will be the unit? Per ohm per centimeter. Okay, this will be your answer. Then thirdly we have to find out equivalent conductivity. This is equal to, conductivity is equal to K into 1000 upon N. That is the concentration of the solution. So K you have already calculated. How much? 0.02 into 1000 upon 0.5. Clear? So this will be equal to 40 per ohm centimeter square per equivalence. I hope it's clear. You just have to put the formulas and you can do the calculations, right? Let's take another numerical. It says 0.05 moles of M of NaOH solution offered a resistance of 3.16 ohm in a conductivity cell, right? If the cell constant of the conductivity cell is 0.367 per centimeter, you have to find out the molar conductivity of molar conductivity of sodium hydroxide solution at this concentration. Followed? So let us find out what is the formula of your molar conductivity. So this is equal to K into 1000 upon M, right? Now firstly we have to find out kappa K. So K is equal to what? C, conductance into L upon A, right? What is your C? C is, because resistance is given to us, C is equal to 1 upon R. Followed? So this is equal to 1 upon 3.16. We have got C. Now what is the cell constant given to you? Cell constant is L upon A. So K is equal to C, that is 1 upon 3.16 into cell constant. Cell constant I told you L upon A, it is 0.367. 0.367. So this comes out to be your 0.0116 per ohm per centimeter. Now let's put all the value over here. So your molar conductivity is equal to 0.0116 into 1000 upon, what is your M given to you in the question? 0.05 is the concentration of the solution. So 0.05. Calculate this, you get to 32 per ohm centimeter square per mole. So this is how we are going to do the numericals. Let's do another numerical. Let's look at the third numerical. Potential difference of 20 volts is applied to the ends of a column of N by 10 silver nitrate solution 4 centimeters in diameter and 12 centimeters in length, gives a current of 1.198 ampere, right? Now we have to calculate the specific and equivalent conductivity of the solution. So what all is given to us? The potential difference is given to us 20 volts. So let's write down V is equal to 20 volts. Then normality is given to you. N is equal to 1 upon 10 of your AgNO3, isn't it? AgNO3. Then what is the width given to you? Width is given to you as 4 centimeters. Length is given to you as 12 centimeters. And current, that is I, over here only I'll write, it is given as 1.198 ampere. Now, firstly we have to find out specific conductivity, that is K, and we also have to find out second thing, equivalent conductivity, that is this. So let's use the formulas. Ohm's formula, Ohm's law, potential difference is equal to I into R, current into resistance. And what is your resistance equal to? The potential difference upon the current. So your resistance potential difference is 20 upon what is the current? 1.198. So this is equal to 16.69 ohms. Now let's calculate the specific conductivity. So first one, specific conductivity K. So kappa is equal to C into L upon A, right? So what is your C? 1 upon R, isn't it? 1 upon R means, C means 1 upon R, 1 upon 16.69 into L upon A. So firstly, let us find out what is L upon A. To find out the area of, we know length is given to us, how much? 12. Length is given to us as 12, but area of cross section is not given, isn't it? We have to calculate A over here. So radius, width is given 4. When width is 4, then what is the radius? Radius will be equal to 4 upon 2, that is 2 centimeters, right? Therefore, area of cross section will be equal to pi r square, 22 upon 7 into 2 into 2, which is going to give us 88 by 7, right? Now let's bring all this and use it in the formula over here. So I'll rub this off and we will do the calculation here. So conductance, as I said, 1 upon 16.69 means how much? 0.06 into 12 into 7 upon 8800, and this will be equal to 504 upon 8800, 0.057 per ohm per centimeter. Clear? This was your specific conductivity. Now we have to find out equivalent conductivity. So let's come and do this. Equivalent conductivity is equal to K into 1000 upon N, right? So what was your K? K comes out 0.057 into 1000 upon N. And what is your N? 1 upon 10. So this means 0.1. Clear? And therefore this will be equal to 570 per ohm centimeter square per equivalent. So this is how we need to do the numericals. So I stop over here today and I shall continue talking about the variation of the molar conductivity with concentration for the strong electrolyte and for the weak electrolyte in the next video. Thank you.